So back in 2015, Samsung launched its first VR headset, which was Gear, and that was the time when the craze about this virtual headsets got increased, and slowly and gradually after that we started seeing a lot of VR headsets from different companies, or maybe even the parties like third party manufacturers, in which you just need to insert your phone and boom, you can see the virtual reality. But now is the time, then later on Samsung started feeling okay, this thing is not making that much business, so Samsung stopped that production of VR headset in back 2020. After 3 years, Apple have now launched its first VR or maybe AR headset. That is kind of a big jump from what Samsung did, but let's see will it be able to get into the market and people will be ready to accept it or not. So we will be discussing about all these things, so let's get deep dive into the video. So first of all, let us discuss about what exactly, because I'm using these two terms VR and AR. So what exactly is the difference between both of them? So virtual reality is nothing but we getting into a virtual world, which is totally a disconnect from this particular world where I am having a conversation with you, or maybe I am sitting in this living room. So instead you will be in an imaginary, or maybe we can say a graphical place, where you can just do whatever the developer of that particular place have allowed you to do. So now let's see what exactly is this augmented reality. So just to make things simple, I think you have already seen many of the AR stickers. For example, nowadays Snapchat is a bit very famous. So why is it famous for? Most probably the filters or the stickers which Snapchat provides. Those stickers are coming from all this augmented reality stickers. You might have already read these terms multiple times. So what exactly it is doing? So in your reality, it is just trying to add some of your virtual element. For example, maybe it will just beautify your face, or maybe it will put a monster in front of my face. So something like that. So that was the AR. So now what Apple have done is Apple have combined this AR and the VR. I haven't tried it, but what from the initial impression and the reviews, what I can say is Apple is saying it will not disconnect you from the real world. Instead, it have few cameras in front of it, which will help you in staying connected from the real world. Let's say if you are sitting on a chair and you are talking to someone, so what it will do? So all the windows will be there in front of you, and behind that you will be able to see that particular person. So let us discuss the type of augmented reality or AR. So mostly we have seen two type of AR, which is marker based AR, and other one is non-marker based AR, or maybe we can say markerless AR. So for marker based AR, we will be having few points marked maybe on the green screen or somewhere else, where we will be adding our virtual creator or maybe virtual content over there. Okay, so that is a bit easier to implement, but need the gadgets and all those setup. And the other one is markerless AR. So markerless AR is nothing but what we have on your iPhone or maybe the iPad Pro, that LiDAR sensor we have, right? So that LiDAR sensor will automatically sense the environment. You don't need anything else or maybe any equipment applied on your environment. So it is all in your camera and the AI which will be processing it, and post that will giving you the result. So nowadays, even on the shopping site like Flipkart or Amazon, you might have already seen they have an option to show it in your room. So if you will just click on that, that thing is markerless AR. So how can we achieve an AR? If you will ask me how I can do that, so maybe I will be having two options. One is what Apple did, in a virtual world they just added the real world, right? And the other way would be in your real world you may add few of the imaginary objects or something which we have already seen in so many movies, something 3D is there, and in which you can see, oh, this thing exists, but you cannot see it. Maybe a person is there, the whole image of a person, you can see it, but you cannot touch it, because you can just pass through it. Why? Because it is not real, it is AR. In the first case, in the real world you are trying to add a virtual object, and in the other case you are just simulating the reality and adding it into your virtual world. Adding things in the virtual world is comparatively easier because it's your virtual world, so you can imagine anything. It can be your reality as well. But adding thing in your real world, maybe the virtual elements which you want to add, is a bit harder. I cannot imagine a shark sitting just behind me, because here I don't have those equipment. So there is a requirement of some equipments, right? So let us see the impacts of virtual reality on us, we being the end consumer. As soon as we are trying to add virtual world in a real world, or maybe the vice versa of it, a line between the virtual and the real world is getting blurred. Like it will be very hard for you to predict like, okay, this is your real world or this is your virtual world, like which you might have already seen in your dreams. Sometimes we get that kind of a dream which we feel like it's real, but when we wake up we realize it's not, or maybe like we just try to remember that. Positive part is like the online shopping experience, or maybe anything like whatever we are browsing today or experiencing online may get improved, because the very simple thing is like you may not need to go to that particular place to have the experience of that particular place. Below the water, above the sky, anywhere you want to, what you need is like you just need a good quality video, maybe from a robot having installed, or maybe have some virtual reality headset on his head, and you can just experience everything you want to do. Like you will start feeling like, yeah, you were also present there, because like nowadays you have already seen like the kind of games we are having, the GTA 5, which was back in 2015, and still it feels like it's so real. So even if you will see the latest games which are on the latest Unreal Engine, that is Unreal Engine 5, so many people were not able to predict it, like, oh, it's not a real world, it's a game. Mostly everyone was thinking, oh no, it's just a camera and people are trying to go inside it. So is Vision Pro really any innovation? So according to me, it might be, but not exactly, because like we were already having VR headset since 1990. But yeah, slowly and gradually we are improving it. We are pushing incremental updates. So maybe the first we can say like it was an innovation. Now we are just adding some incremental updates to it. Now we have just added few more extra cameras to detect, okay, this much is the depth, and adding some real feature to it. But yeah, as far as the innovation is concerned, I think these headset needs to be a bit more comfortable, because like even if you will see this thing, like they are trying to make you feel like yeah, you are in a real world. But is it like that? No, not at all. Because like I will give you an example. So let's say you are watching a movie and you are in a flow of it. So what you will do, like there will be a lot of time you will not even realize like you are sitting on your sofa. You will feel like you are inside that particular movie, and you are just the part of that particular character, or maybe the family member of it, and you are just trying to support it and go ahead with that. Means like our brain is kind of the thing which we need to control it, right? So those movies are able to control our brain, like they are able to like push our brain inside like that particular word which we have. So here also, like what I expect is like the same thing from the VR headset. But here I think the main issue would be like, because we are not comfortable, so our brain will be always focusing towards that, like, oh, something is there in my head and I'm not able to like, that's not comfortable, simply not comfortable. So because of that, because like in past also I have tried many VR headsets, so the main issue was like after 10-15 minutes I just started feeling like, okay, I need to remove it. I will give you one more example. Like I am a software developer, okay, and every day like for 6 hours or maybe 8 hours I just need to see the screen. So I have a laptop in which like Apple claims it to be a ProRes display which have all these things like mini LED, and like that is just a very good quality of display, but still I cannot even see that display for 1 hour continuously. Why? Because like that's our nature. So most probably even if you are a common man, or maybe someone who is like so much deep dive into these screens and all, it will be hard call for you like to have the headset for the whole day. So right now this technology is in very much initial stage, but yeah, I'm just expecting them to like reduce it to a glass or something like that, because like everyone is wearing glasses these days, right? So that is something which I'm expecting. But yeah, that is still very far from it, because like right now these headsets are very heavy. So few things which I will be looking into once this headset is launched is like, are we able to walk with by wearing this headset, or maybe are we able to like jump, are we able to like climb the stairs, whether these headset are able to fool our brain like, no, this is not a virtual world, this is a real world. So in that case maybe we can see like, yeah, these headset may be helpful, but like if that thing they are not able to do, then it would be really hard for them to survive. So similar case was there for the Samsung, similar case was there for the Huawei or the other third party headsets. After discussing all these positive and the downsides of this AR headset. You let me know in the comment section on which side you are, or maybe you are also in the middle only, just like me, because like I'm just waiting for this technology, as well as like I will also be doing few research and we'll see. Yeah, so see you in the next one. Bye bye.